Symbolic start point at the 1800. Light blinks. All set. Gates closed behind Abledane. And he lets them go. They're racing and Fear the Wind won the start over the stablemate Black Fantasy, Sparkling Jewel. But here comes Elite Fighter being set alight by Watson and streaming across the face of the field through the first 200. Elite Fighter is going to roll to the lead from Fear the Wind, Black Fantasy and Abledane. It'll eventually work its way up there to sit outside of Elite Fighter. Then 2.5 lengths Sparkling Jewel getting back with Art Admirer. The last trio, Piccola Signora, Champagne Gal, and anchored out the back at the tail is Luke's Choice. 1200 left to run, and now they start this run down the sweeping Swan River side of the track. We're on the outside. Abledane, given its head, had bowled to the lead. Abledane takes charge now, races clear by 2.5 Elite Fighter. 3/4 of a length away then the favourite Black Fantasy, Fear the Wind, its stablemate fourth. 3/4 Sparkling Jewel, which is next, after a length and a half to Art Admirer, covered up by Piccola Signora, Champagne Gal and Luke's Choice back at the tail as they headed past the 800. Abledane leads the way. He's out by a margin. Abledane at a good gallop, out by 3. Elite Fighter, Black Fantasy, Sparkling Jewel tracks the favourite outside of Fear the Wind. A little more than a length away then to Piccola Signora. Art Admirer getting back in the field. Then Luke's Choice, and now relegated to last is Champagne Gal. They're about to quickly pounce upon Abledane. Elite Fighter the first to grab it. Black Fantasy now being called upon here on the outside by Parnham as they'd set sail for the judge, and to the outside is Piccola Signora as well, and then Art Admirer. 250 to go. Piccola Signora has now got the head in front, got the better of Black Fantasy, who's battling. Then Elite Fighter. Art Admirer's getting out of the ground late. Piccola Signora, Black Fantasy. Piccola Signora, Black Fantasy coming again. Piccola Signora beat Black Fantasy. Art Admirer ran third. In behind them, Fear the Wind. Followed over on the inside next of all Elite Fighter. Then Luke's Choice. Sparkling Jewel didn't come on at all in the run home, followed by Abledane, who dropped out, and last is Champagne Gal. Piccola Signora, Lagdar Romilly gives Neville Parnham the second leg of a training double here this afternoon. She put the writing on the wall with an improved last start effort in a 60 plus. Beautifully placed back here today to a class 352 plus, and has been just a touch too strong for Black Fantasy, who grinds away. He's very dour, and a good effort there by Art Admirer, the lightweight from back there in the field, and coming to the city this afternoon here at Ascot, and certainly producing a good run into third placing. A short neck, a length and a quarter, 152.21. and home in 35.34, owned by Santo Waliado. Piccola Signora by Piero out of Jamaica. Just a second win in 16 outings, and ridden by Lagdar Romilly, so plenty to celebrate out of the Parnham stable here this afternoon. A double, Lagdar wins one, and stable apprentice Luke Campbell also has got his first. Second home, Black Fantasy. 3 straight minor placings now by Blackfriars out of Dream Along. Chris Parnham for Dan and Ben Pearce. And in third spot, Art Admirer by My Admiration from Music Theatre, owned and trained by Ryan the Boy Hill and ridden by Victoria Corva. So we can take you now down to the enclosure after the final event for the day. But she'd been certainly improving steadily, this mare, and she's got the better of the favourite Brit in the last on the program. Rounds out a pretty enjoyable afternoon for the stable of Neville Parnham.
Yeah, very enjoyable afternoon indeed. Wonderkind. Piccola Signora gets up here in the last. Neville, congratulations to you. What were your thoughts on her run today?
Oh, look, I thought she was probably quite well placed in dropping back in company, and with the usage of Lagdar's claim, I just thought she'd get the right run and she'd get to the outside, and that seems to be the fast lane today. So we spoke about it pre-race, and we both sort of had the same ideas, and he rode her very well. He just tacked on at the right time, and she had a good turn of foot, so very pleased, and he rode it very well.
We saw her have her first run over 1,800 metres last start, again 1,800 today. Is it a distance that you've been waiting to get up to, being a daughter of Piero?
Oh, look, I think she'll run a bit further, but the 18's a certainer at the moment, and we might try and look for another one. But I wouldn't be too hesitant to take her out to 21. She ran quite well in I think the Belmont Oaks, I think it was, during the winter, and she'd off a very long campaign. So, in this campaign, I wouldn't be too hesitant to sort of take her up a bit further. But there's another 18, I'd probably look at that.
Looking forward to seeing what she can do for the remainder of the preparation. Well done.
Thank you.
There is Neville Parnham, rounds out a really nice afternoon for the stable and for his apprentices as well. And that household we were talking about before, Scott, between Lactar, Cash, Luke, there'll be something to celebrate tonight, and I dare say one of them will have to be buying dinner.
Well, and I can guarantee one thing, work will be nice and early tomorrow morning. There's no way Neville will be giving him a morning off, Brittany. There's a job to be done. There's a stable to be kept rolling because it's going pretty well at the moment, the Parnham Yard. So I'm sure those boys play a very big role individually and collectively. Let's grab Lucky Rumley for a word after the victory of a mare that he knows really, really well. Piccola Signora seems to run particularly well for him. Lucky, a really good run from this mare the other day. I'm sure you came in with some confidence.
Yeah, it was a huge run last time. And today, week of field, I was quite confident on her. And yeah, he delivered a good.
And you know her really, really well. It seems as though if she can get to the outside, she seems to prefer it.
Yeah, she prefers a bit of room, and she got a good turn of foot. And yeah, did everything good.
Pretty proud of Luke earlier on too, his first Metro winner.
Yeah.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There is Lactar Ramoli, takes out the last on Piccola Signora for his boss, Neville Parnham. That's it for us today. 7 races are done here at Ascot. We'll do it all again on Saturday.